And this is an area you normally don't see on the show. We are in the Talk of the Town offices, and we're going to get inside, you guys, the closet for Talk of the Town. It is very unorganized, but Junk King is here to help us organize it and give us tips on how you can organize your home as well.
Celebrating 40 years on the News Channel 5 network. This is Talk of the Town.
Right now, Heather is hanging out in the Talk of the Town office and getting some organizing done this morning. And you got a little help with some tips for us today, Heather.
Hey, Leland. Yeah, we really need some help down here. Our closet is a bit of a disaster. We've got a lot of stuff stored in here, and we wanted to give folks at home tips themselves on how they can get organized in their closets, in their house. So we have got an expert. This is Justin Leedy from Junk King, Nashville, to give us some tips here on a scale of what you've seen cleaning out in our Talk of the Town closet. How bad is it?
I mean, honestly, we'll go with a 6.5 here. It's not the worst, but lots of opportunity.
What opportunities do you see in our closet that you can pass along tips for our viewers at home?
The first thing I see here is that we've got the quintessential multi-purpose closet. I see coats, empty hangers, videos, binders, holiday decorations, reading glasses, all kinds of miscellaneous supplies, household cleaners. So one of the biggest things is try to keep your closet to one or two purposes. Once you get to that third and fourth reason for a closet, then it just becomes a catch-all for everything, and it's real easy to fall into that trap. You
know, I think for us too, there are some things we just don't want to throw away. Guys, at home, I've got to show you this. We've got a couple of these tapes that are in here. This is from February 4th, 1987. This is a tape that says it has Willie Nelson on it. You know, how do you get rid of some of this stuff, or how can you store it better if it's got some meaning to you, but you're not using it every day?
Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to get rid of that. That's very cool. But the question is, are you accessing it every day? So if you're not, you don't need it down here in this prime closet real estate where it's at arm's reach. What I see in here is there's room to go up. So if you think of your closet in terms of cubic footage instead of square footage, if you have wall space, put another layer of shelves up here, and you can stick those tapes up there. So if you want to show somebody once a year, twice a year, you can get a ladder and reach up there. But you don't need it down here where all the prime real estate is.
All right, so we got to talk about some of the clothing items that we have in here. We got some coats from the winter, lots of things. What do you have for people at home who do have a closet full of clothing? How can they kind of sort through that to keep it organized?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the good news is here you have some empty hangers, so you can get rid of those to create some space. Most people don't have that. Most people have every hanger covered in an article of clothing. So if you flip those around backwards and go through a whole year where you go through every season of the year, the stuff that you haven't flipped around when you go to use it, get rid of it because you haven't used it all year. That's a great way to thin out your closet.
I do think that that's interesting because you never know how much that you're not using some of the clothing items that you actually have in here. We've got a lot of stuff, Christmas items, seasonal decor that's in here. What would you say keep and get rid of?
Well, I think it's you know, there's definitely some get rid of stuff. If you ask yourself the question, when's the last time I used it, and it's more than a year ago, it's probably time to get rid of it. Some of this stuff, it's not a matter of keep or get rid of. It's a matter of do something else with it. We've got an Easter bunny up here and some paper plates and some Christmas decorations. So odds are you've got maybe a seasonal tote you can put everything together and stick it somewhere like in an attic or whatever where you don't need to access it all the time.
I love how you talked about reading glasses. This is something that I thought was really funny. There's just a basket. It literally is labeled reading glasses and just has some glasses in it. I don't know whose they are. We definitely think, though, Justin, that we have some things that we can get rid of. You think that we can kind of sort through this and make it a little bit better?
Absolutely. We just need to talk about what do we need access to, how often are we using stuff, why are we keeping these things around? We answer those three questions, we can figure out what to get rid of.
Right. Leland, let me know if those are your reading glasses because then I won't throw them away. But we're going to get to work down here in the closet, and we will see what we can do. We'll check in at the end of the show to let you know what our progress is.
All right, look forward to that, and then he can join us next week at my desk, and we'll begin a 5-part series on cleaning out my desk upstairs. All right, but thank you very much, Heather. And Heather is hard at work organizing. We'll check back in with her right after the break. We'll be right back. And before we go, let's check back in with Heather on the progress. How's it going down there, Heather?
You know, Leland, I do think that we made a lot of progress. I think the closet looks a lot better than how we started it. We found a lot of things that we think we can get rid of that we're not using. Justin, you said when you go to people's houses, you also find a lot of things that it's actually more cost effective to throw it out than to store it.
Yeah, usually what it takes to get it out of there cost-wise is about 2 or 3 months of a storage unit. And the average person keeps a storage unit for 14 or more months. So you kind of do the math. You're saving yourself a year of storage unit rental by just getting rid of it.
Hey, it feels really good to do this kind of all at once and just get rid of some of this stuff we don't need. You say, though, for people at home, do things in little steps, right?
Yeah, this has a big visual impact, but it's a lot more productive and efficient to just do a little bit every week, a little bit every month. Just try to stay on top of it. Just kind of set a reminder every day.
All right, we're going to put the link for Junk King's information on our website as well if you would like them to help you out at your house. Leland?
All right, down the line, he will give us more tips on what you can do on just kind of getting rid of some things. But we appreciate you joining us. Make it a good afternoon and stay heat safe, my friend.